probably has had one of the greatest battle rap runs in battle rap history. You know what I mean? Was a part of putting the West Coast on the map in terms of like really like making the rest of the world really respect the West Coast in terms of battle rap. But not only that, but doing it on the biggest stage or on specifically on URL, right? But the conversation I had when I first broke it down was what the ecosystem and what the economy is actually like, or I'm sorry, what the market is actually like for a battle rapper, and how it's been a little bit of a detriment to the rappers who get involved, because what it did was before you couldn't make a living or make money off of battle rap. But the thing is this, battle rap is like welfare for rappers. It's the welfare of rap in a way of like, all right, well, yeah, if I get this money from battle rap, I can get enough to where I can live middle class. Let's say if I can consistently get battles, you know, let's say I'm able to make $60,000 to $80,000 a year battle rapping, and I also have a full time job. That's pretty good. Even if you work at Target, you know, $40,000, $30,000 a year plus 80, man, you can live pretty good, can't you? Right? A lot of untaxed money. If you get claim that money under LLC or get paid under LLC, you can claim your taxes, right? So that could be pretty sweet. But when you compare it to the kind of money that an actual artist who puts out music on a regular basis makes, because again, a lot of independent artists can make around 500,000 to $1 million a year. Much, well, matter of fact, fuck that. If you give a record that really blows up and everything, right? There's all kind of money that could be made, and it's all. And not only that, the main thing I talked about was mostly monetizing your brand and your abilities, whether it's your music, whether it's your personality, all that stuff, but monetizing yourself properly to the point where you could become a millionaire. And we have not been able to do that in battle rap for several different reasons, right? But specifically, we're going to see the reasons play out right here. It has everything to do with the mindset of the people in the culture. And the reason why I bring up the money you can make versus the money you can make as an actual artist is because what happened is the rappers who got into battle rap became satisfied with the money they can make from battle rap to the point where your mind stopped working. This is a phrase I would use to help explain the behavior of content, and how innovation is stalled out once your belly is the least bit full. And you don't be realizing that, yo, you don't need very much to be satisfied, right? And which is understandably so. But what it also did was make the battle rapper forget how good you are at rapping, and you just, all you did was just keep improving that battle rap and not try to do both, and not say, okay, wow, people know me from this. Most popular battle rappers have at least 20,000, if not 20,000 to $1 million followers on Instagram and Twitter. So if you have thousands of followers on any platform, there is no reason why you can't make $100,000 to $500,000 a year, because people know who you are. It's something you could sell. It's something you could do, right? But there's a lot of, how can I say, just really just that loser mindset. You know what I'm saying? Where you are very short sighted, right? You do not know how to monetize properly, and not only that, it is mostly because a lot of us don't understand the thought and the energy that goes into it. People hire entire teams to help them with their image, to help them with PR, to help them with their brand, just all types of stuff. People do all types of things for that, right? And bigger than that, we're just not serious. So Geechi Gotti got caught basically doing an operation where they were robbing pharmacies and stealing pills. And my homeboy called me. He was like, "Yo," and he said as soon as he heard about the story, he said he heard my voice in his head saying, "These niggas are losers." And that's what that is right there. And not only that, when Geechi got caught up in this, he really sold himself short. Whether he realized it or not, he sold himself short, because it's like, bro, Geechi got music, Geechi got a successful YouTube channel, right? Geechi got battles, Geechi got a league and everything. And don't get me wrong, we don't know what's the extent, but also too, fuck that. We also heard that, yo, he got in trouble for this before. But let's go ahead and matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and get my L real quick. I'm gonna let Head Ice talk to y'all. Pause. All right, fair use. I think we can go ahead and start from like right here.
And both what ought to do what we got to do to get it, or we feel comfortable to whereas
we did this so many times that the jokes might be good for us. You know what I'm saying? It might be easy. It might be a us. I kind of
So Head Ice is going to try to do. How can I say? He's going to try to play both sides. He's going to try to speak to a sentiment in battle rap, which is based off the idea of, well, we like Geechi, so we're not going to kill Geechi for what's going on right now. Because what happened was some nigga shit. What happened was stupid. But it's the same thing that happened with Surf. Surf has been in battle rap for a super long time. The crimes that he was getting locked up for, I'm not sure how far back they go, but it wasn't no crimes that happened before he got big in battle rap. Pause. But Surf has been in battle rap, well, in terms of like the YouTube era, damn near from the inception. Once after 2020, and again, matter of fact, hold on. Let me see if Google can answer the question. What was Sue Surf charged with when he got locked up?
Surf, also known as Rajon Cox, was sentenced to 5 years in prison for racketeering conspiracy and possessing firearms. As he was a convicted felon, he was arrested in 2022 after a standoff.
Okay, it's not really specific. But either way, the point being with Surf is one of the premier artists in battle rap and whatnot. Super important person. Newark, New Jersey represents her. You know what I mean? Super talented guy and everything. But it made absolutely no sense as to why he would be caught up in a RICO. And don't get me wrong, not that these are the first celebrities to ever be caught up in any legal troubles, but it is such a nigga thing. It's such a black thing to be a famous rapper and still somehow get caught up in a case that can lead to you getting 15 or 40 years over some things that you didn't have to do. So people are trying to make the argument of feeding your family. He's doing what he has to do to feed his family. Nigga, this is not the intro to Juicy. When Biggie said, shout out to the lady who used to call the cops on me when I was downstairs in the lobby trying to make some money to feed my daughter. You know what I mean? It's all good, baby. Nigga, Biggie, sir, I'm sorry. Listen, this is me. It's Mr. Six Pass here. It's a Six Pass commandment. Sir, you were selling crack in her building. Her kids have to push past you in the morning time to get to school, and they had to push past you selling crack to their neighbors. Of course, they called the cops on you. We're doing a bad thing, and here's the thing about black folks. Black folks have a series of crimes that somehow go into the category of those crimes are okay. Now, it's something different if we're talking about somebody who be jaywalking. Okay, jaywalking, all right. Like, things you get small tickets for, but even then, you ain't got no insurance, you do need a ticket for that. Because, nigga, what if you get hit by somebody who don't got insurance, dummy? Right? Stuff like that. But, me putting on a couch on Monday and getting a ticket for it, okay, I may not be a bad person, but if I'm going to jail and getting locked up and whatnot, no, nigga, like, it's not for a good reason. But we have these things where we feel like, all right, if you didn't, for the most part, black folks, the only crime that black folks recognize is, like, murder. Mostly murder, like mostly like you actually offing someone. You know what I mean? That and like messing with kids. We don't recognize stealing in mad ways, and that's another reason why like black folks will wind up getting in trouble more, and we probably do get in trouble more because we have a loose idea of what right from wrong is, which leads you to thinking that I mean I know it's a crime, but so what? Anyway, I'm gonna let Head Ice talk to y'all. Talk to him, Head Ice.
Where he coming from as far as life is life and need that paper and go out and do what we gotta do to get it. Or we feel comfortable to whereas we did this so many times that the jokes might be good for us. You know what I'm saying? It might be easy. It might be a smooth getaway. But the town that it was in this choice, and I don't think they was in that town specifically to get money. They was just sliding through. But it's a Republican state, and I don't want to say Commonwealth, but when it's just real, Republican state is like Commonwealth. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like they make up their own laws. This shit bad.
Very strict out there.
This shit bad. Cause I got from Ohio who I mess with, they said they're gonna smash Gotti. And I'm like, I hope they don't, but they saying I've seen people bringing up the camp video. I get it in Ohio and all that. Fonz is from Ohio, Cleveland. Fonz.
Let me speak to what he just said about it's a Republican state. It's another thing too. So this is Bad Rap Media right here. This is shout out to Bad Rap Media. So this is Bad Rap Media. This is Hip Hop is Real. Shout out to them, right? Perspective. Another thing about black culture is we pride ourselves in being uninformed and saying things that sound like they make sense. So one thing that people keep mentioning is it's a Republican state. He got locked up in a racist county. My nigga, that is a federal crime to be in possession of of prescription drugs. Not only that, stealing, not only that, fleeing the police. There is no state that would have been locked up in where he would have faced lesser charges. It's mad things you did that were voluntary. It wasn't a situation where, you got pulled over and everything is questionable and everything is a matter of opinion and he says, she says, or something like that. Geechi got pulled over and drove off. At one point during the interview, Head Ice is going to say, basically, he like kind of critiques, basically you should have done the crime like this. Like, why'd you give him your ID, then drive off? You should have been peeled off. Nigga, how about you should not have been there as a famous rapper? But bigger than that, probably, things are slowed up. Another reason why battle rappers cannot really, how can I say, cannot build a platform for themselves is because you don't apply the same dexterity and concentration to other things in your life, specifically building your brand and improving your music. Because most battle rappers, they make pretty good music, or they can't make good music. But we're at a point in history where there are a bunch of people, like, you're never going to hear a really bad sounding song again. Even someone who can't rap or sing that well has a better understanding of how to make a good sounding song than ever before. All right, we have to deal with that. Okay, so that means that with whatever you're doing, ain't that it has to be the craziest thing in the world, but it has to stand out in a sea of millions of artists. There's millions of songs you can hear. How do you make someone hear your song, right? So, and this, but bigger than that, most battle rappers have platforms that can make it happen, but they're not pushed. They don't really push themselves because battle rap is not really about pushing itself. Battle rap is kind of like seeing how shit goes. Because you don't hear people in the culture talk about what they did to get better, what they did to be better. A lot of times when niggas get better, it's like a secret, not a secret thing, but it's like a thing that no one really cares about that. they just know when this shit is working, right? But this is the mentality in battle rap. This is the know-how in battle rap. This is the link for niggas' knowledge in battle rap. This is all supposed to be an OG. The OG supposed to have more information. If you were older nigga, right? It's really important that when you're giving information, especially in 2026 where everything can be Googled and we have all the information of the world at our fingertips, you owe it to the younger people and people around you in general to make sure you know what you're talking about. What he's playing into this is this idea of the victim mindset, the loser mindset. They out to get us. No, nigga, anyone out to get y'all. They wasn't over there trying to buy some sneakers. They wasn't out there to go visit their Aunt Jackie in a hospital. Them niggas came out there with poo. Matter of fact, Geechi got on the poo. He driving with a poo shiesty on. I thought they mentioned the poo shiesty. No, I could be tripping, but he was driving with a poo shiesty on. I actually want to make sure that I'm gonna play about a little more of this right here. Then we're gonna go to Anton reaction real quick too. He had a pretty interesting take on the whole thing.
Cleveland, right? Yeah. So he understands what's going on. You know what I'm saying? It's a few of it from Dayton, Ohio. It's different parts of Ohio where you can do savage shit. You know what I mean? Where there's hood black people at, but Butler, from all the people that I know from Ohio, that ain't the town for you to get crazy. You know what I'm saying?
She just said your style, man. It's just-
The footage is nasty too, though. Like, I did a blog on my channel, even though my shit got shut down from YouTube for some reason where I gotta wait a couple months to get my monetization right. But the story is just real. I feel some kind of way because Gotti gave his ID. He gave the police nigga his ID and then took off. To me, that's
And conversations like this, and Shot the Head Ice, legendary battle rapper, definitely is part of one of the architects of battle rap as we know it now. Definitely, big time OG. No one knows how old Head Ice is. Head Ice is immortal in battle rap years. Head Ice has been around for thousands of years in battle rap years. You understand? But this is a conversation where a nigga is doing a freestyle and he didn't put much thought into it before they asked me these questions, right? Because people starting off with free Geechi. People used to say free this person. Let's say Geechi lived in a different lifetime, right? If someone was saying free Geechi, it was because they were in jail not rightfully so. They were framed. They didn't get a fair shake. They're not supposed to be in jail. People would say free this person because they're not supposed to be in jail. Black culture, for the most part, we say that whenever someone goes to jail, as if like they didn't do anything. No, nigga, they did something. They stole 10,000 pills. Now, it's not really that many pills, but in general, if you have the notepad, right, of a doctor, if you have scripts you ain't supposed to have, if you have a bottle in the car of prescription medicine that don't belong to you, if you have a pill bottle with someone else's name on it, you can get jammed up. If you can get in trouble for opening someone's mail, what makes you think that, you can drive around with a poo shiesty on, have sideways braids, and then travel with 3 other niggas who smell like weed? You know when they pulled them over, the car smelled like straight up weed. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, man. Come on, bro. Hey. Some of you niggas ain't real. You're not real, nigga. I'm about to light this bitch up. You ready? Anyway, I'm about to light this bitch up. So I'm about to pop out y'all panels. You ready to light this bitch up? I'm coming right after the party's over. I'm coming into the content space the perfect time when no one does this shit no more. Anyway, so this nigga said he like really critiqued the crime and talked about why'd you give the ID. Oh my fucking God. It's another reason why like a lot of the young niggas in the hood was doomed to begin with, because this is the length of the knowledge from their OG. This is how they OG think. And not only that too, like in bad rap in general, bad rap is full of a lot of dirty niggas. Not only Head Ice is dirty, but I'm just saying in general, a lot of dirty niggas in battle rap who would have never made no money without battle rap. And they bring dirty niggas thinking to battle rap. As a matter of fact, and that's another thing too. A lot of battle rap, the core battle rap is based off of how a dirty nigga thinks. A dirty nigga is very short-sighted. A dirty nigga will cross other people. He burns all bridges, right? And usually the dirty nigga brings that crash out mentality of, I'm going to risk it all. I'm not thinking about how this is going to affect, what was that? How this is going to affect my relationships, my ability to make money in the future, my ability to come back to this platform. I.e. like someone like Snake Eyes, right? Because again, in battle rap, especially battle rap, because again, there's not much money at stake in here. You know what I'm saying? Not much money at stake for each individual artist. Not only that, most people who become big in battle rap, one of the big things you need to be big in battle rap is you had to be a little bit of a dirtbag. You can't be like a good person and a good dude overall. I mean, I think rapping in general, like you have to tap into your inner dirtbag in order to be good at rapping. You know what I'm saying? Like when I'm rapping, I'm like, damn. What I realized before is that I'm like my raps aren't mean enough. They're not disrespectful enough. They're not you know what I'm saying? Not gritty enough. You know what I mean? They're to a certain degree, they somewhat nice. I mean, I don't think they are anymore, but my raps before were more like poetic and I'm talking shit, but not how I talk shit now. Not as direct as now. You know what I mean? But anywho, mindset. We have to be. This is why language is important too. That's why like labeling. This is when labeling is important. These are bad decisions. Battle rap failed Geechi Gotti, and battle rap has failed all the artists because hip hop in and of itself is a vehicle. At best, it's a train station. It is a point. It is a point of travel. It's supposed to get you where you need to go in life. You're not supposed to now. You can always come back to the train station, or maybe you can lag it into a school. You can always come visit. It's like a school with a big ass library. Let's put it like that. It's a school. It's a facility. You know what I'm saying? You can call it that too. But it's somewhere you can come back to it. But you're not supposed to stay forever, as is. All right. The best kind of rapper to be is the kind of rapper that has other shit going on, and you come drop an album every couple of years and go on tour. We don't see too much of you. This is all that. You know what I mean? But overall, we live in a time where even someone like myself can monetize myself. I'm monetizing myself right now by doing this content. And I had the vision a few years ago to say, I'm going to take this as serious as possible. I'm going to apply all the everything I learned from my career, right? A professional career, and have my own business. I'm gonna apply all that. Because one thing I could do is take action. One thing I could do is show up every day. And I've been showing up every day. But anyway, let's go ahead and get to this Anton reaction. Before we get to what did Kasha not see in that phone, man? Oh, real quick. I want to play this whack shit real quick. So, J. Cole is riding around.
Black,
What you say? I'm a month legend.
Have you heard of the Russian song?
What you say? I'm a month legend.
black, hey.
So, J. Cole trying to be a cool nigga. You know what I'm saying? This is when trying to be a cool nigga kind of goes wrong. J. Cole trying to be a cool nigga, so he stops. So he gets the actual car he had in college, and he's riding around picking people up. You know what I'm saying? Doing all types of crazy shit. It is pretty cool. I mean, I guess for the people that's experiencing it, pretty dope experience. So basically, from what I saw, he was on Twitter, like getting people's addresses, and he pull up on them and pick them up. What? Either that or he pull up and give them the CD, some shit like that, right? So they done caught footage of some dude rapping for J. Cole. So J. Cole tried to give him a shot, right? I want y'all to hear these bars. And I want to expound on what happened here exactly. Okay, let's get it.
What I said it's like I gave my art away and every single art building the store where they away in dark. They see my name ringing, but I think that they delayed the part. While I was asleep, one eye open in case they sprayed the part. Cause Shorty kicked me out.
Hold
But she
on.
played a part. She gave me amazing grace. I gave her a stable heart. She gave me a place to stay for a few days till she seen the kid live this Blu-ray with a group.
Yo, the homosexual rap is crazy. Y'all niggas see Cole's face. Oh, I wonder what's going through Cole's mind. I feel like Cole's like, damn, this is what I get for all this performative shit. I'm reaping what I sow right now. Cole, you're reaping what you sow. Do you know why he think that when he meets J. Cole, he could rap like this? It's because of you. He think because you could rap like this, that he could rap like this. And it's not working. Matter of fact, he gonna get to a pretty good part and everything. But nigga, this is not the rap to let J. Cole hear. Because you gotta realize that old niggas like us, old niggas like Cole come from the era of meeting a rapper and rapping for a rapper basically was it's the live audition. And this is something that's really important for rappers, and they don't get this as much anymore because a rapper back then, the only way you could hear a rapper sometimes was for them to rap for you on the spot. They didn't have a boom box, a CD player, or entertainment system to play their music for you on, so they would have to give you a live performance. So that was normal for a singer to sing for you in the spot and the rapper to rap for you in the spot, or you were a rapper, you were expected to have bars, to have a verse you can kick. But that verse was supposed to be a verse that sounded really dope a cappella in a way where it showcased your skill and your command of actually saying something when rapping, your delivery, your flow, stuff like that. This nigga not projecting, right? He is unaware of content. The content of your, even if the content of your raps is some bullshit, you gotta realize when you rapping about some whack shit, nigga, she gave you a place to stay. She kicked you out. You know, and on top of that, you have unorganized dreads. You have random dreads. Whenever you see niggas with random dreads, and you know what I mean, where you get confused looking at the shit and shit, this shit just look like art too much. Nah, nigga crazy. Nigga, he's fucking insane. And guess what? And guess what he smell like? He smell like weed.
That's safe to say my old bay had a change of heart, changed the part. In my new season, I got angels art. Never did I think I see the day where our ways apart, but life goes on, baby girl. I can make a art. Rarely do I sleep at night. Rarely do they tame the shark. Shorty in my future, brightest visions. I was made in dark. Black man, feel like Batman until I take their mark. I'm like a nigga, so the race can start. I'm gonna taste the art. Different flavors, if you savor it, you can taste the art. I rose, I remember when I watch them take the car. I hate this part. My life is like a script, but I don't trip. I just shake it off, flip the tabletop, turn the cable off, make the plan, then write it down. They just make it up. Rick and Bobby work.
Who the fuck who was that? Who said woo? I ain't gonna lie, fam. You know what? I might have drove off with a nigga. Because real talk, listen, hear me out. Cole would have helped that brother a lot more if he could have ran over his foot. Listen,
What you say? I'm a mother, legend, got bad, all down.
Yo,
Black, yeah.
I feel like when you hear that Gray, and that you can't rap, man. I'm just saying you gotta die that shit, bro. You can't be rapping with a great with the great dreadlocks, bro. You gotta at least give some effort, bro. You gotta dye your hair, bro. You can't be out there. You know, it just seems like something's like gonna go wrong. I feel like it just your shit gonna go out. Your shit gonna just go bad for you. Matter of fact, well, we was given a gift. Let's go ahead and play this again. Let's check this out.
Hey.
What I said it's like I gave my art away and every single art building the straw where they away in dark. They see my name ringing, but I think that they delayed the part where I was asleep, one eye open in case they sprayed the part. Cause Shorty kicked me out, but she played the part.
Shorty kicked me out, but she played a part. God, nigga, he just nigga, is these homeless raps? He met J. Cole and said, "Yo, let me give him my best homeless rap." J. Cole, you did this. You've inspired a generation of young black men who have no ambition to actually shine. They don't understand that you yourself are actually insane. You could do this because J. Cole is like a Greek god in hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Like he walks a different path than the rest of us. A path that no one understands. A path of I'm here, but I'm not here. I'm going at y'all, but I'm not sure. You know what I mean? And like J. Cole is like he really is a rapping fan. He's not really a superstar. I think that's what he's been trying to tell us the whole time is that, yo, I'm not really a rapper. I'm really just a fan of rap. Which is why he raps like a fan. Because if you think about it, right, J. Cole doesn't really have a persona, any kind of persona for you to go off of. He's kind of just J. Cole. He kind of like just raps. You know what I mean? He kind of shows up and he's tall. You know what I'm saying? And now he got dreads. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? And, now he raps. And now he got to deal with his kids. These are J. Cole's babies. Shout out to J. Cole's babies.
gave me amazing grace. I gave her a stable heart. She gave me a place to stay for a few days. She seen a kid live this Blu-ray with a group A. Guess it's safe to say my old bae had to change her heart, change the part. In my new season, I got Angel's art. Never did I think I see the day where our ways apart, but life goes on, baby girl. I keep making art. Really.
He getting his confidence up. Okay. Okay, we getting somewhere. That's good. Okay.
While sleeping like, really do they tame the shark? Shorty know my future brightest visions. I was made in dark. Black man feel like Batman until I take their mark. I'm like a nigga so the race can start. I'm a taste for art. Different flavors. If you savor it, you can taste the art. I rose. I remember when I watch him take the car. I hate this part. My life is like a script, but I don't trip. I just shake it off. Flip the tabletop. Turn the cable off. Make a plan.
Yo, somebody said he got J. Cole whole flow. Hold on, man. Someone said needs to work on his delivery. Someone said dog cold with it. Nigga, you got your fucking mind. Said the brother was cool with his bars. He should have looked into the camera. We looking for his page, can't find it. He like, hey J. Cole twins, bro. Look at my head. Listen to this flow. I wrote using your style. Somebody wrote, needless to say, he gonna get a regular job. Let me see. Must be. He nigga said, I must be hearing something else mid. He said, yo, someone else said, that's what I was looking for. Someone says, yo, he rapped that night quote just like Cole. Like I said, J. Cole would have done that brother more of a service, honestly, if he would have just drove off and ran over his foot completely. You know what I'm saying? He would, yeah, matter of fact, nah, fuck that. If he would have had a strawberry milkshake to pull out to throw in his face and ran over his foot, that would have did more for him, like music wise, because after this, nothing's gonna happen for this brother, and he gonna keep rapping that weak shit. Matter of fact, not only that, nigga, you need to, you got bigger problems than rap. If that's based on your actual life, where you staying right now? You good? You supposed to make yourself sound lit in your raps. You know what I mean? Like you being way too vulnerable. I don't need a black man. I don't need black men I never met before being way too vulnerable. You know what I mean? Like just put your business all out there. You stayed at the house for a couple of days. Where you stay now? Why you gotta stay with her? You know what I'm saying? Anywho, let's go ahead to this next story. I had to make sure I spoke on that. I had to make sure I spoke on that, yo. Let's see what beloved, what Anton had to say about Geechi Gotti, man.
In court. Some bills.
Detective Kevin Berger said in court today, these men, quote, do.
Yep, that's him. Everybody else.
So this Geechi guy in the background holding frame, or either that or that nigga just lit. But that's Geechi guy in the background. So we may go back to it. So I was watching this earlier and whatnot. Ain't that really that much to really talk about, honestly. I thought it was interesting to hear Anton speak on it, but he asked, matter of fact, fuck it. We have it right here. So he asked the chat, who do they think is going to snitch first?
And since one of them landed at CVG last week, Tyrus Crew, Anthony Ellison, Laquan Miller, and Marcus Fantroy, also known as rapper Geechi Gotti, all now face drug possession charges.
We're looking at over $10,000 to $15,000 worth of pharmaceutical drugs, at least. That's what it is to the pharmacy. That's not what it's worth in the street. So we're talking lots and lots and lots of bills.
Detective Kevin Berger said in court today, these men, quote,
Yeah, he telling. He definitely telling. He looked like a teller. He looked like a teller. Mm-hmm. Look at him. That's prime telling right there.
So the chat has chosen beloved right here with the edges to be the one who tells. I don't know if it's the neck. Man, it's tough for all of them, bro, because they caught red-handed. You know what I mean? That's possession. Possession is concrete. You know what I mean? Like you had it with you, right? Not only that, another part of the story is the fact that the cops was on these niggas. They was already watching them because, matter of fact, oh shit, that's actually a part I wanted to play. Actually, no, I already played it. So, real quick with the whole thing that Head Ice said, right? When he said he's talking about you've done a crime so many times that you don't see anything wrong with it. He basically was saying, basically, you feel as though, no, it's good for me. I do well with it. I've gotten away with it. And I made this point before about when people get locked up, a lot of times ain't their first time doing that thing. They did it a whole lot. It's really karma. I think when people get locked up, especially for a significant amount of time, that's usually karma for all the bad shit you've done so far. You understand? Anyway, I'm gonna play a little more of this. Then we're gonna go ahead to the real
prime snitch behavior. Doing a little bit too much talking in court.
To some bills.
Detective Kevin Berger said in court today, these men, quote, do.
Yep, that's him. Everybody else looking straight ahead. Everybody trying to pay attention to what the judge is. He looking at the bailiff, evaluating his options. That's a telling ass motherfucker right there. I can tell him, I can spot him. Got him, spot him. It's him. All of that teeth showing, everybody else teeth ain't showing. Everybody got straight face.
Some bills.
Detective Kevin Berger said in court.
You know how my man looked at him? And nigga, why you still talking, bro? Stop talking so much.
So we're talking lots.
Let me put this shit in slow motion so y'all can actually see what's going on.
Court today. These men.
Kids, crime don't pay. Crime don't pay. It's not worth it.
Do this quite often.
We're gonna leave that right there, man. So the reason why the question of who's going to snitch, not so much snitch, but who's going to tell on who or who's going to take a deal is important because any situation like this right here, when you do a crime in this way, being as those other people involved, you only need one person to fold. You know, you only need one person to get everybody all jammed up and whatnot, right? And not only that, it's always going to be someone. It's usually a matter of who going to tell first or who going to take a deal first. You understand? So in this situation, you got to think about making money in terms of on a yearly basis for the rest of your life. The idea is to make money slow, keep making money, more money slowly for the rest of your life. You can have one really good year and then the next year be the complete opposite. We trying to tell y'all, I ain't saying that don't try to do your own thing, but if you're going to do your own thing, plan that shit out. No, like plan out every detail of how you going to make it for the next 3 to 5 years. I'm saying what some other trades you can pick up where, you know, maybe it can be time efficient, right? Can you get a loan? Can you get your hands on a loan, right? Can you get your hands on a loan for a certain amount of money in case you need it for a rainy day? I mean, I was told to do that. I didn't want to do none of that stuff, which I should have done it. I should have done it. You know what I mean? Would it had some extra money in the bank? You feel me? But didn't do it. Like I actually qualified for the PPP loan. I just didn't understand how it worked. You know, so I was like, nah, you know what? I don't need no loan. You know what I'm saying? I figured, yo, that says loan. I mean, I gotta give it back.